Hello, my name is Hemingway Jones. Welcome to the channel and to a very special episode that I thought I'd never make about a pen I thought I'd never own, the Lamy 2000. Brendan Schmidt sent me this from Atlas Stationers, and I've had a chance to write with it and to learn everything I could about it. And today I'm going to do a comprehensive review starting from a totally dispassionate place. So by the end of this video, you will know all about the history of this amazing pen, its design vocabulary, and my thoughts about it. Have my thoughts changed? Am I now totally in love with this pen, or is it still one that I wish I never owned? Let's find out together. Released in 1966. Designed by Gert Alfred Mueller. Manufactured in Germany. Bauhaus design. The Lamy 2000 has a striking design that is impressive even when considering it separately from the pen itself. It is an idea of a pen honed down to its simplest elements, yet expressed in specific Bauhaus visual style. The history of Lamy goes back to 1930, when C. Joseph Lamy, who had worked for the Parker Pen Company, founded the Orthos Vielfeder Halter Fabrik in Heidelberg, Germany. By the opening salvos of World War II, the company was successful with their Orthos and Artus brand fountain pens. By 1952, Lamy was producing the streamlined Lamy 27 that marks the birth of the brand and established the design DNA that would later be refined down into the Lamy 2000. In 1966, the marketing manager, Dr. Manfred Lamy, was inspired by other designs coming out of other companies like Braun and Olivetti, maker of one of my favorite typewriters, the Lettera 22. He wanted a distinctive design to differentiate Lamy through a sleek, industrial design language. Dr. Lamy met Gert A. Mueller, who had been a designer at Braun, and the two men shared a passion for Bauhaus design. So what is Bauhaus design? The Bauhaus tradition was established by Walter Gropius in Germany. Coincidentally, Gropius lived not far from where I am right now at the end of his life. He was also quite fond of the Vogue typeface, and he had it on all of his typewriters. Bauhaus is German for building house, and that's straightforward enough. The goal of the school was to maintain a high level of artistic design while still allowing for the items to be mass-produced. Above all else, objects must perform their functions. Its influence extended to all modern design, often serving as a synonym for it. The Lamy 2000 was designed to be sleek, effective, basic, clearly designed, yet beautiful. It has a tapering albacore-like body, bulging slightly in the center and tapering down towards the nib, following Bauhaus principles. In this, it is mostly successful. Closed, it is sleek, unified, industrial, yet beautiful. It is only when you open it and the two cap latches are revealed that its sleek simplicity is spoiled by what appears to be a requirement to maintain the main line of the barrel taper while still holding the cap in place when closed. An aberration made as discreetly as possible, but it seems too strange and too disruptive a reconciliation between the idea of a plain effective simplicity and effectiveness for me. It seems a simple ring or a friction cap would have sufficed, but then I am not a pen designer. Where the Lamy 2000 really shines is in its manufacturing tolerances and the creative use of materials that are challenging to manufacture and to machine together. Yet this pen manages this to a degree rarely seen beyond an Apple product and on a very large scale. The first thing you encounter is the Macrolon material of the barrel and the cap. Macrolon is a heat-resistant polycarbonate, known for being lightweight and strong. It can be made transparent as glass and is used in a variety of applications from medical to consumer. In the Lamy 2000, the Macrolon has a grainy finish to it that feels like a cross between carbon fiber and fiberglass. It is also extremely lightweight and very balanced, and probably has the most exquisite hand feel of any fountain pen I know. The barrel of this pen tapers down into the brushed stainless steel grip, and this grip glistens in the light like a sunburst watch dial. The seam between the two materials is imperceptible, as if the metal and plastic had been grafted together and had grown that way. Similarly well crafted are the narrow ink windows that give you an idea of the ink level and where you are in the 2.5 milliliter capacity of the pen. The grain of the Macrolon passes right over them. One of my favorite features of this pen is how the twist knob for the piston fill mechanism virtually disappears into the barrel of the pen. The tolerances are so strict that you really can't differentiate the line between the knob and the pen. It's really interesting and very well executed. In fact, the first time I filled it, I just started twisting on faith. The fill mechanism also works very well. The knob twists smoothly, and it sucks up ink effectively and easily. It is truly a pleasure to fill this pen. Now, if you were to ask me which fill mechanism is best for a fountain pen, logically, I'd have to admit that it's the cartridge converter system. Because if there's ever a problem, it's just super easy to just switch it out for another converter or cartridge. Nevertheless, it's not my favorite. I love pens that are self-sufficient, that have an integrated design, even ones with lever fills, or certainly ones with piston fills, as this one has. Also, this pen may be disassembled for cleaning, but be sure not to lose that little metal retainer for the cap, as I am told that it cannot be purchased separately and that it loves to just fly away when you open this pen up. The nib on the Lamy 2000 is 14 karat gold, and it's quite small. It's small enough that sometimes it's obscured by your hand on the grip when you're looking down at what you're writing. And occasionally you find yourself rolling the pen in your fingers to find the correct edge for writing. A 14-karat gold nib is an interesting design choice for a pen that was made to be very democratic in its design. Nevertheless, it is a smooth and amazing writer. Now, where the design falls apart for me is in the cap. Not just in how it inartfully closes, although we will talk about that in a moment. I would rather hope the cap would taper down into the barrel, rhyming with the slope of the barrel, and just giving it a more interesting and complete look, rather than just being simply a cap. Now, my biggest problem is with how it closes, with a crunching sound like teeth grinding in an unconscious head. Uncapping is only slightly better. It is a grating sound, and there are cliches to reach for in describing it. The Lamy 2000 is designed to be posted, and unlike many other pens, when you do post it, it actually enhances its balance. It's very compact and feels fantastic as you guide it across the page. Just wonderful balance. I rather like the clip too. It is cut from a chunky piece of stainless steel and brushed to a fine grain, with a flat plane of metal against the cap and its all right angles, with a wedge at the end to slide easily under pocket flaps and papers, and the clip is spring-loaded. So it is truly beautiful, simple, and effective. But as with any pen, the most important part is, how does it write? Well, there are some surprises here. I thought the nib might be a bit on the soft side. It's not. It's quite firm, but very precise. This particular pen has a medium nib, and I would say it's on the finer part of the range. It is quite easy to differentiate my letters, to write quite small, and to trowel the ink across the page. I feel like I have complete control over how I want to craft my words and my cursive. So it feels very capable, and it makes me feel as if my handwriting is coming out with its best expression. All of that is absolutely brilliant. I would say, though, that the nib is sort of unremarkable. It works, but it doesn't express anything outstanding that you would expect in a gold nib. Occasionally, gold nibs shine for being rather odd. Nevertheless, this is a precise, capable writer. So, who am I when I use this pen? Well, there is a version of me out there somewhere that loves minimalist design. I do find that it fits seamlessly in my office. Great design does not scream, it whispers good taste. It is easy to carry, to clip to yourself for easy notes or journaling in places beyond your desk. All in all, the Lamy 2000 is an extraordinary pen with a history dating back to the mid-1960s. Using it reminds you of a design language that imagined a better world through good design. products available for everyone that delight the eye while being simple and effective, so that you can get on with the business of living. So, what do you think of the Lamy 2000? Is it a pen that you love that's in your collection? Let me know in the comments. Thank you so much for watching, and if you've reached this point, please consider subscribing. I'd love to have you on this journey with us. Also, if you want to get more involved, membership is available. Come behind the scenes and see what's going on there. So I make new videos each week, and I have a live show every Tuesday night at 8 p.m. So I promise we will see each other again very soon, further up the road. So take care.